I would like to welcome you to another empowering episode on You Were Designed for Greatness. This is a podcast of Vibrant Living International, and I am Donna Tashton, your guide through today's episode, as well as your life mastery coach. Vibrant Living's mission is to empower you, spirit, soul, and body. And today I am really excited about the topic, and it resonates with so many of us. And I think we're going to do a little bit new spin on the topic of frustration and unfulfillment. What does frustration and unfulfillment have to do with living vibrantly and knowing that we were designed for greatness? They seem polar opposite, don't they? But what if these feelings, these emotions weren't obstacles at all? What if they were seeds that if we learned how to nurture correctly, they could sprout into your dreams, into your purpose, into greatness, into living vibrantly? So today we're going to embark on a journey. I encourage you, if you're able, grab a piece of paper and take notes. If not, let's dive in together, and I can't wait to share this with you. We're going to explore strategies. We're going to connect with stories of real people who have faced frustration head on and then begin to emerge victoriously. Now, if you haven't, I'm also, this whole month that this podcast is being released, I'm also going live on multiple different platforms, sharing themes along the same concept of living vibrantly and letting go of what is holding us back. So one of the stories that I want to highlight today is Sarah. Now, Sarah is a working mom who feels trapped in a monotonous routine. Every day is pretty much the same, with a little bit of a new challenge, runny noses, lost books, projects, and then things at work, pressure and stress to get everything done in a timely manner. And her level of frustration and stress and being unfulfilled was huge. Alexa is a professional in a corporate world setting, and she's searching for meaning. Is this all there is? What am I really supposed to do with myself? How do I find, instead of just being frustrated, fulfillment? And then another story I want to highlight is Deborah. And Deborah was a widow, and she felt like, well, my dreams are all over. I'm a widow. I'm too old. It's too late. And just a level of frustration. Now, as we discover and talk about their stories a little more, we'll uncover some of the hurdles, which we've talked about, that they've overcome. And one of them is unraveling these emotions that frustration has. Frustration, in its core for me, is when I think it should be different than it is. And if I'm really honest, it's taking too long. Whatever my dreams are, whatever my hopes are, I've been derailed, sidetracked. It's taken too long. What the heck is going on? And I begin to lose hope. Can you resonate? Does that make sense to you? Does it yes? Can you give me a yes? And this comes across in all stages of life, all different kinds of careers and home people who, wonderful mothers who stay home with their children, to all the way to CEOs and heads of corporations. We've all faced something didn't go the way I think it should. I'm derailed. It's taking longer. And somebody took something away from me. And as you unravel all of these, and all the while, most of the time, we're probably smiling, going, I'm fine. It's okay. I'm good. And we just pretend and continue to go on. But these emotions don't go away. And as we navigate these different things and can look at frustrations as seeds instead, it changes your perspective on how to navigate them. So, as we talk about these feelings are coming up, and as we go a little deeper and we address the objections that we have for going, it's somebody's taken something away, I'll never have what I want, there's fear, there's hesitance, and all of these things are going on and we feel uncertain. But if we begin to acknowledge how we're really feeling and recognizing, first of all, your dreams, your desires are seeds that are planted deep within you. You didn't make you. You didn't create the desire to be a dancer. You didn't create the desire to help people. You didn't create the desire to make a lot of money and help people through that, to rise in corporations. All of that is service to humanity in all different ways. Raising children at home is raising the next who knows what, impacting our world in ways that feel really thankless at times and unappreciated. But those desires that you have turned into frustrations are seeds, are seeds of desires that were created in you. And when I can begin to change my perspective from I'll never have it to it's a seed, how are you nurturing it? How are you watering it? How is it getting sunshine? Those dreams inside of you, those purposes and unfulfilled, is something pulling you to something greater. It's not there to leave you frustrated. It's there to pull you to something more. Unless I am uncomfortable with where I am, I never move. So when we tackle being afraid of failure or rejection from people, and we begin to find ways to nurture these areas of dreaming and change it from frustration to nurturing, the whole picture begins to change. It becomes an empowering mindset. It shifts your view forward instead of just backward and sadness. Imagine viewing frustration not as an enemy, but as a companion towards growth. It's all about perspective, focusing on strengths and possibilities and what is one thing I can do today, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We can start to cultivate a mindset that propels us forward. And so we can overcome the objections, the obstacles of fear of failure, fear of rejection. It might be too hard. Ooh, it's too hard. I don't have enough I don't know how. And we began fanning the flames of empowerment. And we begin to ignite them with some actionable steps. Now, I want to mention our stories. Sarah, when she began to see this, every day became a new opportunity to make an impact. Comparison is another one that got Sarah, that somehow I can't do it all. I'm not doing it right. And when she began to do what she could do at each place she was in and let go of the judgment, Sarah's life has transformed as she's going to do the other things I'm going to be sharing with you too. Alexa began to find her purpose, begin to fan the flames of those dreams and desires that she had. And comparison was for all of these. Comparison and judgment hits us all. And then Deborah had a new lease on life. She went part-time and she began to travel more and spend more time with family and friends and do things that were fun instead of feeling guilty or that she was too old. Every one of us can go through some of these different feelings, no matter where we find. So I have 4 steps today. The first one is that perspective shift. Look at frustration as a seed, as a promise toward purpose, toward fulfillment, toward vibrant living. Shift your perspective. Instead of looking backwards, look forwards. How can I nurture this? Number 2 is set a goal. Set something aligned with what's important to you, not what's important, not I should, I have to feelings, not living your life for someone else, but small, achievable goals. What is one thing you can do today? What is one thing that could direct you toward more fulfillment, toward more vibrancy? What would you love? It's one of my favorite questions. And give yourself permission to say yes. Which is number 3, to take action. I wrote down the goal. Now I'm going to say yes and take action. No matter what you think, how small it is, it can lead to impactful change. Embrace it and celebrate it. And you will go from frustration to fulfillment, from feeling inadequate to feeling greatness, because you being great is you being you. And number 4, get support. The power of mentors and coaches and this supportive community, it is priceless. We weren't meant to do this journey alone. And so learning that these 4 pillars that I shared can guide you and uplift you on your path. And I love to hear your thoughts. So send me messages. Let me know how this is impacting you. How can we change the fear and frustration that is in our world into purpose and fulfillment and making an impact? Remember, frustration is not a roadblock. It's a stepping stone. It is not a roadblock. I want you to get this. Your journey of transformation is within your reach. You possess the power to turn frustration into fuel, like a rocket, unfulfillment into empowerment. I want you to embrace your unique path. because you were designed for greatness. As always, you can schedule a chat with me. It is free for you. No expenses, no excuses. Get the right support and help so that you can turn your frustration into fuel, into seeds of greatness. Remember to share, leave reviews, share this podcast with someone else, and let's impact our world with vibrancy and living to our fullest. So until next time, this is Donna saying, I wish you the very best. I believe in you and I am here for you. Until next time, have an amazing day. Bye for now.